So, after some recent pack openings, I have acquired a Panzer 3L, and this effect has always intrigued me along with combined arms. So I've decided to throw the two of them into a deck and see if we can make this concept work. That's friendly tanks combined with infantry and air units. Okay, so what does this deck consist of? It's got your typical German aggro tank package. You got the 14, you got the 7 one drop blitz tanks, you got the 7 2-drop blitz tanks, along with fast Hinds, etc. etc. We have some blitzkriegs and some Panzer 3Es at the top end. Now, this is a combined arms deck, so how are we enabling this card, and how are we getting some additional value out of this already reasonable card here? So we have 3 copies of 321st Rifle Regiment and a couple copies of 22nd Infantry. Plus we have some Chaikas and some Messerschmitts BF-109s over here to enable to give us the possibility to enable the full potential of cards like this with the infantry and air units. And the most important thing to note about both this and this card specifically, and the reason why I think a combined arms deck would, if there's going to be any decent combined arms deck, it's going to be with Russia as the allied faction, is because these units, when they die, produce units of the same type on the battlefield immediately. Okay, so it gives us some resiliency to removal. Okay, if they remove our infantry, we get another infantry back. If they remove our aircraft, we get another aircraft back. So that makes it more likely that this card actually has some text in the matchup. In addition to that, okay, we have 2 22nd Infantry, which is great in an aggressive deck anyway, because we're typically controlling the front line, so this is going to generate us card advantage. And then over here, I threw up some Messerschmitts BF-109s. Not that impressive of a card, but what's worth noting is that a vanilla 3-4 for 3 is decent, okay? This aircraft has some resiliency, so again, these aircraft tend to stick around and allow us to enable combined arms and Panzer 3L to some extent. Hey, Carnage Inc., how's it going? We're trying some jank that I built because ever since I started playing this game, I've always been intrigued by the idea of combined arms. So since I most recently opened up this elite card in some recent pack openings, we're gonna try to make it work. We're gonna try to make it work. All right, so yeah, let's just hop in and see how it goes. Like in total, we have 5 infantry and 5 aircraft units to help enable combined arms, which doesn't sound like a lot in our 39 card deck essentially. But the thing about it is, most of this deck is pretty much the standard like German Blitzkrieg deck at its core anyway, so it's already like decently aggressive and powerful as is. It's just we're trying to see if we can leverage the power of combined arms to push it over the top and see if there's any value in this. Okay, so this is our attempt at trying to make these cards work. I'm not too concerned about whether or not it's good. Mostly I'm concerned about whether or not it's fun. So let's hop into some ladder matches and see how it goes. So Carnage, did you get in any dev matches today? I had one this morning. I won, but I have a feeling the dev went easy on me. There was like a couple turns where he like played nothing from his hand. He had like 4 or 5 cards in hand for a couple turns and didn't play anything on like turns 8 and 9 or something like that. I was like, what does he have in hand that he can't possibly play anything that's relevant in this matchup? So I have a feeling he went easy on me. Like I'm 99% sure he went easy on me. Okay. This card's more of a late game finisher. I'm not, as much as I love this card, I'm not 100% convinced that it has a place in this deck. It might just be that these are just better as air blitz. just to give us a little bit more reach, you know. I think other than that, I like this hand. We're gonna try it out. Okay, well there's the deck's namesake right off the bat. So we're gonna see if it actually does anything or if it's just a useless piece of crap. Let's go ahead and get in a quick 2-ball here. Okay, we do have cards to deal with that. I'm actually gonna lay this down because if this survives to our next turn, now we're gonna have a 5/5 0-cost unit that he has to contend with. In fact, we can one-shot this unit this turn, then this eats that, but then we can finish it off with From the People. Is that worth doing? I don't know if that's worth doing, honestly. But maybe it is. I feel like we need to take every and all opportunities when Combined Arms is relevant. See, because, like, again, remember, at its core, this deck is still essentially a German Blitzkrieg deck. So it doesn't need Combined Arms to get under the opponent and win the games. He's going to draw a card here, unfortunately, but I think it's important that we clear the front line and start getting in some damage. I think I'm actually going to just... I think I'm just going to do this and get in some damage here. Next turn we can flood the front line and hopefully hold it for a while and draw another copy of our Blitzkrieg. Unfortunately, we only have 2 copies of Blitzkrieg in the deck, which might be wrong. So we essentially just used the one that we had in hand right there as a removal spell. And our opponent's just playing all the guard cards, so that's game, right? We have no chance of winning now. Just play this out. These present a wall. Like, these almost ensure that we keep control of the front line for the remainder of the game, because every one of these kills gives us a free unit to just move back up. That's the biggest curse of this deck, right? Or that's the kryptonite of decks like this, is guard units. Because most of, like, the really effective guard units do not get killed by the removal we have in our deck. Do I want to move that forward and just play out these Panzers? Play out a Panzer. I think we just leave it as is for now. So this opponent had our number right from the beginning. They're all about the guard units. They even had that. What is that? Order 227 in their deck? What is this? Strippy's been watching the stream. I guarantee you. He's been watching the stream, and as soon as we queued into the ladder with this deck, he jumped on with this one. He knew he would get us. He's been waiting for this day. His whole life. Not his whole life. His whole KARDS career. He's been waiting for this day. This was actually bad. I needed to move one of these up because now all he has to do is kill this Chaika, and I won't get the aircraft from it. So that was a mistake here. But we're losing this game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know. We'll see what our draw is, but we're pretty much dead here. This thing's a beast. Alright. It's time. Just go all in. Gotta kill something, right? Not enough credits. So in other words, I'm gonna have a terrible time playing this deck. I guess people are trying to get their daily win value, huh? Right? Because they want the bonus daily win gold. It just takes one win though. Play your burn deck once and move on, right? That's funny. Half of the time I think that's not true. Never do I think to click this to check this box, but I don't really care. I'd rather face, I'm assuming, I don't know how this works, but I would assume that it's programmed to only queue me or to prioritize queuing me with people who've also checked this box, and I'm more interested in learning if the deck is good on a competitive level than just winning with it playing casually. If that's not true, then maybe we should just check the box. But I have no aspirations of making top 10 or top 5 any season. I play way too many decks, and I'd rather have fun with it anyway. So whatever will maximize my chances of facing decent decks, that's what I'm more interested in, learning how good a deck is rather than winning or losing with it. Right, but is it going to prioritize? Like, if I check that box, am I guaranteed? Like, is it gonna prioritize matching me with people who've also checked the box, or does it not care? Because to me, it would be silly if I check the box and I could be paired with people who didn't check the box. Okay, so if that's the case, I'd rather pair with people who are confident in their decks because I want to see if mine is good. You know what I mean? I want to see if there's something to it. I think everything about this hand is decent. I'm throwing this back for sure. I'm debating on this one. I think we'll do that. I like to have at least one piece of removal in hand. This is also potentially okay, because we do already have the aircraft and other things in hand. All right, can we get another one? No? All right. So what do we want to do here? What's Seal Club? What does that mean? Oh, Seal Club. Oh, I see what you mean. I think I see what you mean. We'll just play this out and pass. We are facing the Great Dragon. See if we can slay the dragon. Yeah, I think I see what you mean. You're basically saying the opposite of sandbag, right? Like they're just trying to see if they can get a bunch of noobs. Noobs? Why did I say it like that? Noobs. Do we want to just throw this away to kill that thing? It's gonna be annoying, like the whole match. So let's just get rid of it now. Like we have a lot of potential. We have a lot of burst potential in this hand with this Blitzkrieg and these 0 operation cost blitz units, and plus this if we can get like high enough. That might be... No, we don't have enough resources. It's almost a window of opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's throw this out there. Yeah, I don't know if the devs have confirmed either way. A lot of people seem to think, like there was some discussions on the Discord server about like some people were like, hey, I didn't check the box. XYZ, did you check the box? And them saying no. So it's like, it seems like there's a potential for you to pair with people who haven't checked the box. So do I just go for it here? Like, is this the best I can hope for? That might have been a play to lose line there, but we'll try anyway. Because if we get if we run off a bunch of units into another Blitzkrieg, we could potentially get them. Hopefully that hits the plane. Ah, not quite. Well, and everything's a work in progress, right? It's possible that, you know, this is just the initial configuration and they'll improve it over time. Because personally, I would think that if you check that box, you would never, ever pair with someone who hasn't, ideally. And then we go from there. Okay, well, oops, that's not what I meant to say. But it's definitely a good addition, I think they added. It may need improvements, but overall I think it's a good addition. Because they're definitely, you know, the top players typically are going to be the ones that have large collections. And they're going to want to experiment. And that's the way you like uncover new things, right? Is you get people to experiment, but obviously some people are going to be hesitant to do so if they're potentially tanking their rank in a season. So giving them the option of being able to experiment against good decks while still not tanking their rank is good. But of course, then it's kind of weird, like, to do that with only other people who've also are experimenting, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright, so you're saying I'm about to get destroyed? Is that what you're saying? Just play those out and pass? I don't know. Knew there was a reason I put those in my deck. Actually, just play this now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that worth doing? I don't have the resources for that. What am I thinking? Is it a Commonwealth deck? Not that I want to get like a heads up and get an advantage or anything. It doesn't really matter. We either lose fast or we win fast for this deck for the most part. Yeah, that was a mistake. I miscalculated. I thought I'd be able to... See, the beer is doing it to me, man. I thought I'd be able to finish that off with this, and then that would potentially put us into a better position. Especially if we run off like a Blitzkrieg or like a Fast Heinz off the top. Sure, now we draw the aircraft. I think we went just a little too slow this game. Yeah, guard units. Can't deal with them. Ooh, we have card draw now, though. I'll make him spend the resources. A Blitzkrieg out of nowhere can could still kill him. That's pretty much inconsequential. Everything is getting one-shotted anyway. I think exposing his HQ like that is definitely wrong. I mean, he probably still has this anyway, but that's super wrong, right? Because like, he could just die out of nowhere now. And he gambled too, forcing him to take a point of damage. He was hoping this would proc. It didn't. He's actually dead here. He killed himself. We take those. You forever have to live with the fact that you lost to a combined arms deck. Woo! We take those, boys. Yeah, he punted hard. In that deck, just the 22nd infantry. You think it needs more? Like, I could probably throw in... I could probably find something to trim and throw in some, like, from the... not from the people. Some Bloody Sickle, maybe. Just to, like, thin the deck out a little bit. Do we want this? Do I even want this early? Enigma. See, the problem is I don't think we're barfing our hand too quickly with this deck that Enigma's worth it. The next deck that we got where that's up on the queue. Oops, I screwed that up. There we go. The next deck that's up on the queue is playing Enigma. It's like the Swarm. It's a German Soviet Swarm deck. You know what? I'm just gonna eat that. But then again, maybe, you know what? Maybe the two Panzer III's that I have at the top end, maybe those are better as, maybe I could replace those with Enigma. Would be worth trying. For this stream, we're going to stick with the way the deck... We're going to stick with the deck as built, but... We're gonna try to take note of anytime we drew the four cost Panzer, we'll think about, would this have been better if it was an Enigma? Yeah, I could see that for sure. Yeah, let's make him work for the front line here. He's Japan Soviet, so he doesn't have any heal in the deck. So any little bits of damage that we do goes a long way. Question is this worth combined arms? I think it actually is. He actually has to work extra hard to get through this now. And we have a second one in hand. Japan is healing. Oh yeah, they have it in the form of... What the heck's that called? And he probably has it in this deck too, right? Because he looks like he's a Swarm deck. Ancient Empire, yeah, that's right. He probably has it for this deck, right? If he's running, if he's like a light infantry strategy, he's gonna like spam them out and then +1/+1. +1/+1 his troops and then heal his HQ. It's an expensive card though. There you go. Ooh, that's nasty. He got it. He got the 50-50. That's a nice one to see him lose. We're fine with this, actually. How much does long range recon cost though? Again. Ooh. I think we do this. It's unfortunate. They always have it, eh? Bit awkward. Do we play that? No, it doesn't do much. We had the buff. He has to take both of these off the table here. Not quite enough. Woohoo, we got a win. And it wasn't from our opponent screwing up. Yeah, see that was a fun match. Down to the wire. This is iffy. Although we're facing a potential control deck, so I might want the Blitzkrieg in hand. Give us a lot of burst potential, you know what I mean? This thing's gonna be big. That actually worked out in our favor. Yeah, that's fine with me. Oh wait, I guess it's not. That, oh, that's annoying. That hit that. Wow, that's really annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, guess we do that. KFZ222, baby. This is the most awkward card to say. So alright. Does he have naval bombardment? Nice. Well played. He can't kill us with that, so do we buff this? I think so. Damn. So I could do that and take this out, but then we're just we're exposed here. Yeah, he just had a little too much healing. Had a little too much healing for us this game. You think I need to kill the commando? Then what? Yeah, I think that's it. No, we were just discussing that, Wayne. It was whether or not we should have enigmas at the top end here. It's now two. See, this could be enigma. This is what we're debating, whether or not we should have enigma over this or not. We can try it out. We still have a little bit of time with this deck. Well, let's just stick with it. As I said before, we're gonna stick with the deck as is, and the next time we revisit it. Yeah, I know it is, but we're trying to make it work. Just because I like the idea behind it. I know it's not very good. It's very difficult to enable, and the payoff is not necessarily worth it. But it's a fun card, and the deck is fun, or it's a fun idea to build. It's a fun thing to build around, you know. That's another thing we were debating, is whether or not Bloody Sickles has a place in the deck. Right now, I do not have any. Because of Fast Times, I think we want to dump that. See if we can draw something better. Sure, we get the thing. Ah, joke's on you, opponent. You took the worst card in our hand. One, two, three, four. We'll play Fast Times, although we can't do much with it. We might just hit face if he gives us the opportunity. Yeah, I know. That's what's up next. That's what's next on the docket for the day. We're gonna play this deck for another like 30 minutes at the most, and then we're gonna try some Germ Soviet Swarm, which is running Enigmas and Blitzkriegs, and some air. And I'm debating some air blitz at the top end too. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go. Ah, you bastard. Well, with that in mind, yeah, no, same here. The one that I have, it's pretty much all in. Like one Tora, or naval support is just gonna like wreck it. That was unfortunate. He's delayed us a little bit too much here potentially. Let's just end it there. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep, no, understood. I have a couple other decks that are just better at this. Oh, thanks for the follow, dude. Is that better than Fast Hines? 2, 4, and then 5, 6, 7 equals 5, 10, a bunch? I don't know. I'm not interested in doing math. What is this? So the deck is good, but it's because of the good cards. Has little to do with the actual combined arms. I didn't even pull Fast Hines. I crafted it. I was happy to craft it. That's probably the only elite card I'm ever gonna craft. Because I love me some German tanks. So I was like, I have to have Fast Hines. And it's been... I'm glad I did. It's already been a hell of a lot of fun. It's gone in so many of my decks because, again, German tanks, that's my jam. So I have a lot of decks that are using it. Some aggro decks and some more aggressively slanted mid-range decks. Oh no, I have it. The one with smokescreen, I have it. This and this is great. That might be iffy, but he's an aggro potentially, so it could also be discard. So this helps us like draw back into like some decent stuff. Let's dump this for like a different one drop, or that. These stick around now. Our combined arms are. Yeah, I have a bunch of. I have another German aggro deck that's running the full like early blitz package. It's got like the 7/1 drops, the 7/2 drops, fast lines, a bunch of blitzkriegs, and a few things at the top end, including some air blitz for a little bit of reach. I think I'm just supposed to pop that off, right? Because like otherwise, he's gonna draw multiple things with that. Really wish I had drawn a sudden strike there. Sure. I'm not going to expose that to a blitz unit. Not just yet. Actually, let's take that off the table. Do we want to shoot with that? If we get a 1-drop, or the if we get a 1-drop blitz tank, or the 2-drop with 0 operation cost, or I guess another one of these, if this survives, then this blitzkrieg is going to be pretty nasty. Sad days. I'm not going to run that out just yet. Our opponent's draws have been pretty insane this game. Do I move this up? I don't know. He's running these 6 drops in his aggro. Interesting. Kablamo. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be running 6 drops in your Enigma deck. I could be wrong. I definitely wouldn't mind building and streaming a like German focused, like German Japanese aggro deck. It just feels like it's probably just gonna end up being a worse, like a bad burn deck, right? Like you should just be, if you're gonna run those 2 nations, you should just be Japanese German burn. But what do I know? Let's try that. That's fine, we weren't going to play that for some time. Okay, I'm thinking he just, what are we thinking? He did Careless Talk? Probably did Careless Talk, right? Yeah, it's not the anti-blitz thing. Yeah, I don't think we run that out into Careless Talk. We just pass the turn. It looks like he's got double Careless Talk. We could call him out and like make a 2-for-1. I don't think it's worth it though. If he wants to play nothing. Next turn, if he wants to hold both of those up, we're gonna run one of these out. Okay. That one sticks. That's one that's not normally on my radar. Airstrike. Sure. Okay, now the From the People finishes that off, assuming the game even goes that long. I thought we were going to see precision bombing there, and I would have been actually scared. But... I think we'll go one more with this deck and then move on to our final deck of the day. Although, I don't know, it's kind of early. Maybe we go one more after that, but we'll see. That's a little slow. I'm inclined to keep Blitzkrieg in hand. on the play. Just need some decent draws. Do I just eat that? No. Throw this out. Thinking I trade here and then hit face. Might be wrong. Sure. We play the plane. He's drawn all three of these. While he had infantry on the board. Common's gonna be hard to deal with. Does that cancel or no? It does destroy his own unit. Why would he do that? Just wait one more turn, right? Oh, he had air bullets in hand. Okay, that makes sense. GG. Okay, that's good enough for that.